I may refactor this application to do the same thing. We'll see. But for right now, we have this. My apologies about the audio just a moment ago. I didn't realize that my microphone was acting up. But once you place your order, you get everything put into, or you have to make certain selections. Once you place your order, you put everything and you get it into the order summary. You can check out and it goes to the buy flow. So what we have is a much simpler version, and have the header, log in, logged out. We're currently logged in. We have a indicator letting you know that in this instance it's reading closed, and it reopens again at 11. And I thought I added AM at the end of that, but I'll go back to it. Have the address that we made up, and I hard coded this, but I like that on the actual website it's dynamic, so we may do the same. We made this a reusable component, so it'll be pretty simple just to kind of not include all of the additional background effects and just have it so that it fits the actual layout or the design of this section. And then we have the filter section where you can filter down by category. So let's just say we want to go with shrimp. We don't have any shrimp items in the database just yet. So you're going to say no items in this category yet. Please pick another. And I think that's the same thing for all of the categories: clams, oysters, fresh fish for right now, until we actually add those items into the database. But we'll just select all. And as you can see, we have lobsters and lobster roll. If you click on lobster roll, we have the pop-up model that gives you the ability to, I didn't include the item number, but we may bring that in. But you have the ability to select the food size. In this instance, it's defaulted to small, but for $1, you can make it medium. $3, you can make it large. And then you can add in extra add-ons, green onions, vegetables, meat, and you have special instructions that you can enter. Now, I did like that it dynamically updated the add to order button. I know that that's going to require some client side code. So I just have to make sure that kind of make this application stay true to being server rendered as much as I like. But we will certainly add it. But let's just go ahead and add in extra vegetables and keep the order. Well, let's make the order large. And once we click it, we get no page refresh. Notice that it automatically updated the order summary. That's because we are dynamically pulling this information from the server, and we wanted to minimize as many page refreshes as possible. So if we click checkout, we're redirected to proceed payment, and it lets us know your order. We can go back and shop. We have the ability to remove and update items from here and from the order summary as well. And as you can see with this order summary, you get a subtotal, then you get the taxes. State of Georgia, I think it's 9%. I'm not sure, so I just made it 8.8. And because we're logged in, we have the ability to proceed to checkout. But if we log out, notice you get a loading indicator with that, and that is actually client side, the button to give us that loading indicator. So you've seen a slight page refresh. Notice you get a banner that you have to sign in to proceed payment. We don't allow orders to be placed unless the user's actually logged in. You can clear the cart from this window as well. So let's just go ahead and log in so that we can proceed to checkout. And then once you're logged in, we're redirected back to the view that we were on. In this instance, we have it open and it closes at 11. And if we proceed to, then I see, okay, there it is. It just needed to update, but it does have the PM and the AM. We click proceed to payment. This should redirect us to Stripe. And that is working as designed. And in this, for the order, it's only $22.99. I said only, but it's $22.99. And we're going to proceed with the credit card payment. I'll just type in the standard 4 twos for Stripe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And the card holder name will be my son's nickname, Jace. We'll make the zip code our zip code with our card. Hit processing. Everything goes through successfully. If we still have money on our credit card, which we do, We get a message, thank you, your order has been received. We have an order number. And first off, we're redirected to the success page, and we have that information that I just mentioned. We can see the item that we ordered. You can continue browsing if you'd like to order something else, or you can click view my orders. And then once we view the orders, you can see all of the past orders. And if we paid, we will see a paid badge listed there. And if we didn't pay for it, it does remain in a pending state, or we have the ability to cancel the order, or we can do a reorder if we like as well. Now, one thing I will add in the upcoming video is when we click reorder, I like for it to automatically populate the items that we previously ordered. Right now, if I click reorder, it just redirects us back to the home route, but it does not include the items that we ordered in the order summary. So I just think if you click reorder, it should do so. Hey man, what's going on, my brother? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you giving me a little time and attention in today's video. Let me know where you are, where you're viewing from. I love to kind of know where everyone is currently at. You ain't got to give me your address, but just let me know where you're stopping by from. And again, I appreciate it. It means a lot. And so from there, that's basically the application. We have the order view. Now I want to focus on the actual admin dashboard. And this is going to be a probably the biggest, or it's going to be a pretty complex build, because we're going to add in quite a few features. I want to make sure it's responsive. Number one, I want to add the ability to add in the category items, menu items, keep track of the order process, a owner view. So we'll do some role-based verification where the owner will have one view, the staff will have a separate view, and then of course the customer. This is basically going to be the customer interface outside of some additional minor additions. So with that, I am going to go ahead and begin to jump into some code and work on building out the admin dashboard. So my apologies, I don't necessarily have a mock of what I would like for this to look like. I'm just basically going to build a responsive admin dashboard and work on giving it the features that I like for it to have. But I'm not going to connect it to the database just yet, because I kind of want to build out what it's going to look like first. I have absolutely no clue of what this is going to look like just yet, but we'll kind of talk through it and work through it together. And I'll love to get some of your suggestions and feedback on this as well. So with that said, I am going to stop my blabbing and get ready to jump into some code. All right, so let's first things first, we head to the app. That's the website. I think I'll create a separate grouping for this, named admin. We'll add a directory named admin. Let's give this a layout inside of the route grouping. That way, this layout can be shared across multiple routes within this route grouping. one of my favorite features of Next, because we're gonna have one layout for the users, and we'll have a separate layout for the admin. And the admin view will be similar to the view of the team members. It'll just have a few more features. Here from South Dakota. What's going on, ma'am? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by from South Dakota. How's the weather? I've never been to South Dakota. So we have our, let's make sure this is working. We'll need to do the layout. We're gonna grab the TypeScript, so I'm gonna have to type this out. Done it so many times, I probably be easier, but it's okay. So we'll go close this out. Layout. And let's test this out. Go export default function admin page, return a div admin page. Let's see what this looks like. I'm not gonna touch that one. I got you. I'll take your word for it. So this will be localhost 3000/admin. That'll be extra routes. Yep, we have the admin page, and as you can see, there is absolutely no header there because the header is brought in on a totally separate layout route or route grouping, and we would need to set up a route grouping, set up a separate layout that actually has a header. So we'll work on that probably now. Let's go ahead and jump to that. So inside of the layout, let's go ahead and begin with the overall height of it, which will be full. And we'll set the direction to flex, and just to make sure that is working properly. Yep, takes up the entire page. That's perfect. So what I want, I'm gonna wrap this children tag into a separate, the children into a separate main tag, and we'll have a div that says sidebar. Perfect. So that shows the flex there. And then I want a header. Now this will be, let me figure this out. Let's go div header. Why don't we go class name of flex? Let's do flex1. Flex, let's set it to flex column. Nah. I think we'll put the header inside of this. Yep. I don't think I need to put it inside of a div. I may put the header just inside of that. And we'll give this a class name of overflow on the Y of auto, padding of 6, space on the Y of 8, and we'll go padding bottom of 24, and on large devices, we'll set the padding to 6. Yeah, that works. And then we'll just have the header at the top and a sidebar. Not quite sure what's going to be in it just yet, but we'll figure it out together. No worries there. And let's see. All right, let's I think we can go ahead. I don't think I need this div. I think I'll just have a header. Yeah, that'll be fine. We don't need to put it in the div. So we'll create a header component and just put it directly into this. I won't worry about putting it in a separate div. Now we'll create a sidebar component and a header component and bring those into this particular design. Just give me a second there. Let's go with removing the sidebar text inside of the admin grouping. We'll add a directory named underscore components because these components will be specific to the admin, and I don't need to necessarily keep them in the root component directory, even though if you just put it in the admin folder, it'll be fine, but we'll just store it separately. Inside of this, we'll add a folder named sidebar. And we'll go header, add a file named sidebar.tsx. I'm just going to export default sidebar. We'll return a aside. Helps if you put a function there, because this is a function. And inside of this, we'll just add sidebar. Now let's import this into the layouts. So import sidebar, and we'll make sure it's from this one. We'll bring this in. Alright, doesn't notice much difference just yet, but what if we set the height and width of the sidebar just to make sure it is giving us the design we are desiring. I'll go class name, set the height to full, the background color to amber 200. All right, so it's taking up the entire side. That's perfect. Let's do how do we want to do this? I'm thinking we can just have the text and have this as maybe not individual routes, because it could be quite a few routes. Maybe we'll do it as tabs, and then that way we can make it responsive. So let's do this. We'll go add a file. We can store the items in a separate file. That way, if we want to make changes to them or anything like that, it won't be any issue or any complications with that. or you know what, I may just set them for right now, just create them all in the same file. And then come back and just refactor it into its own, since I don't actually know how I want this to look just yet. Doesn't make any sense to spend too much time with trying to make this modular just yet. We can always come back and change it. So to just make sure that we can get the desired design, let's go ahead and jump into yeah, we'll just do it like this. So we'll go ahead and make this a client component, and then I'll also just create a file named item.tsx. So this will actually hold the items that we will be looping over, maybe. This way. Let me just see what I want it to look like first and not give this too much thought. We'll just go with creating an array of tabs, which will be a bunch of objects that I have the ID and the label. I'll come back and add the, we'll just mark this as use client, and we'll go const tabs will be equal to an empty array, and then we'll have a few objects. First one will be overview, then we'll have a label. This will be overview with a capital O. And I won't worry about the icon just yet. And we'll add more tabs because we know we're gonna have more things to kind of manage. But for right now, this will be suffice. And I'm not gonna build it all the way out because, like I said, I'm not 100% sure what this is gonna look like just yet. And we gotta figure out the flow because I do want this to remain server side rendering. But with the tab, I do know that does require that's client side activity. That's not something you run on a server or tab. So we'll just need to kind of figure that piece out first. So I'll just do 2 tabs for right now, and this will be as a const. Let me not forget that. Then we'll create a type. We'll need that a tab ID. It'll be equal to type of tabs. Then outside of that, we'll have an array for number and then ID. then we'll go function. Language JavaScript framework Next.js. And I appreciate the question, brother. Mr. Varg, man, thanks for stopping by, man. It means a lot. Fullstack ordering application, language JavaScript framework Next.js. Function use, we'll call it hashtag. Tab, excuse me, I think that's the proper name of it. Default tab. And then this will be the tab ID. And we'll go tab ID, BT, tab ID, yeah, T will represent the tab ID. And this would be equal to void. Make sure I didn't got anything off there. No, that looks good. That looks good. Yeah, I just need to return something. That's pretty much it. Inside of this, we'll have a const of tab. We'll go set tab will be equal to, I think I'm gonna need to bring in some front end hooks. Let's bring in use state. We'll need that first, and then use effect. So this will be a use state, and we'll need to do the tab ID. Yeah. And we'll just set it equal to a function. And say if type of window is equal to undefined. We want to return the default tab. Yeah, the tab DEFAULT. Okay. Then we'll just say const h will be equal to window.location .hash .replace. Hard time typing tonight. Replace. Replace the pound with a empty string, and it will return tabs.find at for each tab. And we'll be looking for the tab.id, and we'll say if it is equal to h, we want something to happen. We want to grab the ID and make that the default tab. Yeah, I spelled that correct this time. Make sure. Nice, man. How do you like C? You know, it's one of those languages that that you don't, from my understanding, I don't have a whole lot of experience with it, but I have some. But it kind of reminds me of Java in the sense that there's not a million ways to do different things. So you kind of have to do things a certain way, and it makes it a little easier to learn. And it really kind of helped me tremendously with coding, period. Kind of helped me dissect and understand problem solving. It was the best decision I made. But how do you like C though, man? I'd love to know. Let me know what you think. And if you built anything or what projects you're working on, I'd love to check those out too. But we'll do, all right, we got default tabs, and this will be as the tab ID. And I'm still getting a little error here. Let's see. Declare type any void, return value, orders. Yep, type tab ID. 1 second. Tab ID overview orders. Overview orders. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Tab ID. Forward. Back to it. Look up use effect. Now this should be inside of it. Use effect. Inside of the use effect, we'll go const on hash. In this one, we'll go const h equals window dot location dot hash dot replace. String. We'll say if tabs dot sum t dot id is equal to h. Go set tab equal to h as tab id. And then outside of this, we'll go window.listen. I'm sorry, add event listener. We'll listen for the hash change, and we'll pass in on hash. Yeah, that's correct. And we'll go return window.remove event listener, yep. The hash change and on hash. Replace that question mark, there we go. And then inside of it, we'll just pass in a empty array. And then underneath that, we'll go const set is equal to t tab id. Go set tab, SNT. We'll say if type of, this will be window, does not equal undefined. We'll go history dot replace the state with no, an empty string. Or this needs to be temporal literals with the pound, and this is going to be for the URL, curly braces T. And then we'll just go return tab and then set. Gives the type of when defined EFID. We go history dot replace illustrate with no. Yep, that looks good. Setting the tab to 0. Why are you yelling? Did I not put that? Oh, I misspelled it. There. Okay. Man, great question, man. Fall in love with the journey. Fall in love with actual problem solving, because that's essentially what you're going to be doing the entire time. If you like to solve problems in life, in class, in any scenario, the more problems you solve, the better at this you'll be. Because if you think about it, that's really all you're doing is you're solving problems. Whether you have to loop over a function and produce a number that is greater than 5, whether you're trying to solve an algorithm to see which algorithm is faster. But in your job field, unless you actually work for a startup or build something for a brand new client, your job probably most likely is going to be, especially starting out, is to be doing some form of problem solving, finding bugs, fixing bugs, reporting back to your senior dev on what the bug was, having them review your code, etc., etc. Don't focus so much on writing perfect code, but just get comfortable with solving problems, period. And as you are learning, I found that what helped me the most was doing a website like Code Wars. I don't know if it's still popular nowadays, but man, I used to do that for like a couple hours a day, and it just became easier and easier. And of course, I started with Python first, then I jumped to HTML, JavaScript, and then once I decided to, and I did a boot camp as well too, New Camp boot camp, which was pretty good. Taught me a lot about web dev. But the thing that helped me click the most, man, was Java and jumping in Code Wars. And then, I would solve a bunch of Code War problems with Java, did it with Python, did it with JavaScript. And then once you kind of get familiar with solving problems, that's all you're basically doing. All right, let me break this big issue down to something smaller. And don't quit, because it's easy to give up and get discouraged or get thrown off by a bug. Don't be afraid to walk away and come back after you've done something to kind of clear your mind, or maybe even the next day. But don't quit and solve problems. Get comfortable with it. Great question. What's up, Mr. Singh? Man, thanks for the love in the chat, man. I appreciate you stopping by. It means a lot. Means a lot. So this is basically a quick function that's going to let us listen for changes, and we'll have a little indicator on the actual tab itself so that we can see what exactly the section that we'll be displaying. And I think for right now, I'm just going to code out this sidebar. Now that I think about it, I don't need that just yet. We'll close out this header, and we'll remove flex. I'll bring the sidebar in later. Right now, let me just focus on the functionality of this, because we're going to need to move it from this file and put it in a separate file, because I don't want any pages to be client side. I want the pages to remain server, but we'll have client components. So I'll close this out. We'll save it. And for right now, we're cool with the use client on this page. Like I said, we'll change it in a moment. So this takes care of the functionality. Now I just want to bring it in. I think I'll just set it to the side right here for right now. So inside of the return statement, we'll give this a class name of flex. Set the height to full, background to green, pets. Yeah, I didn't set this height full. Yeah, we got padding, and I'm assuming this is medium. That's why it's a, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Appreciate it, brother. I wasn't a big fan of HTML either, to be honest with you. I'm still not, but it's essential for web development and you can't get away from it. But yeah, man, go get some rest, go study. Thank you so much for the support and love. And you got any questions, let me know. I'm gonna add a Discord pretty soon. Man, please join and let's stay in touch, man. But thanks again for the subscribe, for the love, and for the support. I appreciate it. All right, so we'll set the height to full there. And so I just gave this a bunch of padding, so I could really just code this out for right now. I wonder if it'll let me do it like that. Of course not. That would have been too easy. We'll just remove it. I'll come back to it. I'm not worried about it right now. So I'm basically going to create the layout on this page. That way I can nail down this functionality first, and then I'll come back and make it modular and all that good stuff. But the functionality is most important to me right now. So let me care for that first. So this admin page, I'm going to wrap this in a div and make this admin page. And then this will be sidebar. Yeah, that's what I want. We'll give this a gap of 2. That'll work. And now we're going to do some basic JavaScript to loop over these and display a button that will set the tab in the page ID. So let's remove this. I like to give things color so I can see them better. We'll go background purple 400. Tabs. Did I name this tabs? Yeah. Tabs. Dot map. Each one will make it T. We'll just give it a list item. We'll make it a list item. We'll make this, I'll give it a key of t.id. And we'll go button. Each one we'll name it a button, and I'll just go t.label. Boom. So we see the overview and the actual tab listed there. So that's perfect. Those are the items that we have within those are the objects, the label objects that we have within the array. And we were able to loop over those and display the label, and it has the name for it. Now let's add some of the magic to bring this to life. We'll go on click first because I need to make sure that functionality works first. Pass in a little function, and this will be set the tab to t.id. Ooh, did I not bring in any state yet? Tab set tab right there, yo. What you doing? Tab.id. Let me move this function to I'll probably have to put that inside of this, of course. Let's do that now. Let me see. I think I left something out. No, it's right there. Nope. I'm gonna need to bring it in inside of here too. I thought I could just write it once. My apologies. Const is equal to, this will be use hashtag because that's the name of this function, and we'll just make it default to overview, and this will be tab set tab there. And you can see the URL is updating to orders because I clicked on that. And if I click on overview, let me change the view so we can see it a little better. So localhost/admin, and let's remove this purple. Well, we'll do that in a second. Perfect. So it is recognizing the tabs, so we can we created that function properly after a little work, of course, but we got there. So that's working fine. Now to help it show up a little better, let's make a few changes to the code. First, let me remove this background color, and we'll give this a class name. What do we want to put in this class name? Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's not bad, but you know, sometimes, man, you do this stuff so frequently, what is second nature to you, you just kind of get like, eh. But anyway, let's do this. We'll get us a class name, and I think this will need to be dynamic. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it will. So we'll just pass the braces and temporal literals and go tab, curly braces, $, tab, t.id with a question mark, just saying tab active. Or empty string. You can see you get a little color there. We are on overview, so overview is what's highlighted. And if we click on order, you see order is now what's highlighted. And URL, we get the pound overview. That is because we are replacing the location empty string with a hash, which will make it easier for us to kind of tab between different tabs and be able to distinguish what content we're looking at. Either the overview or the window or the orders view or menu, the categories, whatever it is we want to look at. So that's perfect. And we'll go for the button. Let's give it a little more expectation. For this button, we'll go row is equal to a tab. We need a key, of course. The key will be t.id. Yeah, the same as this. And we'll go area selected. Tab t.id. What's wrong? That's what's wrong. Sorry. There we go. And we can add in the on key down to care for all potential customers. And I know I did this on the client side. Probably should do it on the server side too. So we'll go on key down. We're listening for an event. And we'll say if e.key is equal to arrow right, or e.key is equal to arrow left, then we want to do something. Let's go const index is equal to tabs dot find, and we need to find the index. X equals x.id is equal to tab. And go const next will be equal to e.key arrow right, or index. We made index. Let's short. No E. Index. +1. Tabs dot length. IDX -1 plus tabs dot length. And it should be divided by the tabs dot length. That looks good. We'll find out in a moment. And then underneath it, we'll go set tab, and then just pass in tabs next dot ID. Perfect. And if you can see, I'm pressing the keys here, and you can see the color changing ever so slightly. I don't know if you can hear it, but let me just try this. Perfect. All right. So now, with that working properly, I think I'm good with this. And then now we'll just need to display different data based on the tab that we're on. So we'll just say something like, if the tab is equal to overview, we're going to show one thing. If the tab is equal to, if it's equal to orders, we'll show something else. So we'll do that now. Uh-oh, sorry about that. Let's go border right, border neutral 200. All right. And we'll give this a little bit of padding, maybe 4. Yeah, that's cool. I think I want to add a logo right there. I think we named it brand. Import brand. Yep, UI components. Now this is what's going to let me know how we can do it. Sorry about that. My doggone headset died on me, so had to take a little break. But let me go back to the full size view. Let me change the text size in the brand. But well, while my headset was dead, I needed to fix the fix the layout of the website. There we go. All right, that way it you can cut off. Yeah, that way it fit the design. But let me fix this text size. We may have to make this bigger. I think I got a 72. Let's go with 80 maybe. What are you mad about, bud? Oh, this div? Okay. I'll fix that in a little bit. I'm not concerned with it just yet. Let's go to the brand. Must be something with the text size then. What? No. I just said medium. I didn't say W. Sorry. There we go. But 100. No, that ain't bad. That'll work. That will work. We can change it later if we don't like it, but it'll be fine for right now. Alright, so let's get back to code. So I think sorry, I lost audio for a second, but just needed to fix the layout and I had to get my divs situated, and this is why I like to just raw code in the beginning and then I can always come back and refactor later. But we'll go with brand and tab, but save, perfect. And we'll move this into its own component eventually, and then it'll come back and say the tab is equal to overview. We'll show this on orders. Perfect. No issues there. Added some emojis. I was gonna make it smaller, but if I'm gonna bring the brand in, it won't look right if I since I don't have a logo other than the fave icon at the top. It doesn't look right on a small view without the text. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. So I think now I can begin to style or begin to make some of the overview cards and things of that sort. So let me work on that.